Hi guys, very good evening. Today we are going to cover another very important test route for Chadderton. We are outside the Chadderton test center at the moment and we are turning left. So you just pretend you're coming out from Chadderton test center and turn left onto Broadgate. This test route can be very much possible on without navigation. So as you know, 1 in 5 going without navigation. So for example, if there are 5 examiners coming out, 1 will come without navigation. And if an examiner is coming without navigation, it means you're going without navigation and you're gonna follow the signs. 20-minute independent driving, you will follow the sign. So this test route can be very much possible in that scenario. I will fully guide you. We are still on a Broadgate, which is 30 miles per hour, and we will turn right just before the big white building. About 200 yards we are turning right. So as you know, this tunnel which is right in front of you is one way. If you see this light is green, then you are right to turn right nicely, or otherwise if nobody coming, you are right to go right. So obviously when that tunnel is green, it means nobody can come other side, so you are right to turn right nicely. We are on a Grimshaw lane going towards Foxdenton lane. After this bend, we will pull up on the left and make sure you're not pulling up on the bus stop. So we'll check mirror center on the left, signal left, and we will pull up nicely after avoiding that bus stop. So you need to avoid bus stop like time and a half length of the bus, and stop nicely, cancel indicator, handbrake off the pedals. That's how you will pull up. Now we are moving off again. So checking all blind spots, start from 3/4 panel left hand side up to right hand side, 360 check, indicator, and move off when nobody coming. Now we are turning right onto Foxdenton lane. So there's a filter lane, we'll go right into our filter lane before we turn. Nobody coming, so we're right to turn right. So make sure when there is a filter line, you must go into the filter line. Otherwise you are obstructing people going straight. One more test route which is without navigation I uploaded. This test route is quite similar, but you can say this test route is mother of all test routes. There will be too much change in this test route. If you can comfortably do this particular test route, I believe you will be able to do all test routes nicely. But it is good to practice on all test routes because you don't know where you're going on your test day. We can guess, but we can't tell you 100%. when we are coming here, we are following sign from Manchester City Centre, which is right at the lights. So we'll check centre in the right mirror, signal right, keep our car in our lane and stop just before this cycle box. You can see right in front of you. So we are on the corner of Foxdenton Lane and on Broadway with the Sportsman pub is. So when traffic light goes green, we are turning right. There are two lanes which keep our car left lane. Always when you are turning right, end up in left hand lane. Unless you're going right and right. Now bear in mind, this lane will split into two lanes. You need to keep your car left hand lane. So if you're already following this yellow line on your left hand side, which you can see on the screen, you don't need indication, but check mirror in case there is any cyclist. That's how you will come in this lane. If you don't understand, you can rewind the video and watch again. Okay, so we are following Manchester City Centre at the moment. So we are on a Broadway which is 40 miles per hour. It's clearly signposted. Keep exactly 40 miles or at least 38, 39, 40. Otherwise you will be penalized obstructing people behind. Straight, we need to be careful at this point because one road is left lane is going on to motorway. If you go more to the left hand side, then you have a chance to go on a motorway. Now we are going to follow Hollingwood, which is left at the next lights. So we'll mirror signal left, come back here again. So we follow the sign for Hollingwood. Left onto Sample Way. Now this road lane will split into two again, so we'll come back to left hand lane nicely. So we check center in the left mirror and swing a little bit to the left and going straight. Now we're going to follow the sign for Manchester again. So Manchester is right, we can see right in front of our side, or left hand side there's a board. So we signal right. And we are turning right from left hand lane this side. Two lane going right, yours is always left lane. We can keep right lane in case if left lane is too busy, because they made these kinds of junctions to reduce the burden on the junction. So we are turning right onto Hollingwood Avenue as we're going towards Manchester City Centre. We are near Big Morrison on Hollingwood Avenue at the moment. On the corner of Sample Way and Hollingwood Avenue. And these both roads are 40 miles at the moment. Broadway was 40 miles as well. The Sample Way was 40 miles and this Hollingwood Avenue is 40 miles. When Hollingwood Avenue will change to 30, I will explain you. I will show you the point. So we need to go a little bit wider here, otherwise you're going to be too close to the right hand side cars. See, this is 40 miles, so keep up your speed. Through traffic lights. This test route is about over 7 miles radius. We have just done 3 miles, so almost 4.5 miles more to go. We're going straight as we're following Middleton now. So we are not following Manchester city centre, we are following Middleton. So Middleton is straight, so we're going straight. We are still on Hollingwood Avenue, which is still 40 miles. It will change soon. I will show you the point where it changed. At the moment we are on Hollingwood Avenue, where the beef eater is on your right hand side. You can clearly see in the junction Middleton straight. So we're going towards Middleton at the moment. Still 40 miles. You can see there are few parked cars, so better to move to the right hand lane. Check mirror signal right, move to the right hand lane. Beyond this point is 30 miles. You can see clearly 30 miles. And there are few parked cars on your left hand side. We'll never come back unless we overtake all of these cars. We'll not straddle lanes. So I can see there are few more parked cars on left hand side. So we will overtake all of these cars before we come back to the left hand lane. We're still following Manchester city centre. Now we are going left at the roundabout because Manchester city centre is left. Onto Bondgate. So we are on a Hollingwood Avenue, turning left onto Bondgate as we following Manchester city centre. So there are a few parked cars on left hand side. I'm keeping right hand lane. I can see there are a few more parked cars left hand side. We're keeping right hand lane. As soon we overtake all these parked cars, we come back to left hand lane. So don't forget to check mirrors and signal before you're coming back to left hand lane. We are going on a Bondgate road, which is 30 miles. This looks quite big road, but this is 30 miles. Because at the lights we are turning right, we are not coming back to left hand lane. We keep here, so we turn right. Turning right at the lights. We are still on Bondgate Road and turning right onto Nuthurst Road. Bear in mind, whenever you're stopping behind any car in front, you need to see the tires on the tarmac. Don't go too close where you can't see tires on the tarmac. No one else is coming other side, so we are alright to turn right nicely. We are turning right onto Nuthurst Road, which is 30 miles per hour. And turning right again onto this slip road. We're dealing double giveaway, so we are turning right again at the end. Don't forget to signal right here. This looks straight, but this is right. Look both sides nicely before you proceed here. About 200 yards there is a roundabout. We're taking third right at the roundabout. We are on a Moston lane at the moment and turning right on the roundabout, taking third exit. So about 7-8 cars before here, we're checking center on the right mirror, signal right, we drop over speed. If you are in a manual car, drop to second gear, nobody coming right hand side and turn right. Make sure when you're turning right on this particular roundabout, there are cement things, so don't go on that cement. there's a little cemented plate, so you're not going on a cemented plate. So we are on a Moston lane. Approaching on a Green Gate roundabout and taking second exit on a Green Gate roundabout. Green Gate roundabout is quite difficult to do. If you don't know how to do this Green Gate roundabout, I uploaded 4 videos from all sides of this roundabout, so you can watch my tutorial videos in which I have explained how to do 3rd, 4th or 5th exit on this Green Gate roundabout. So we are going straight on this roundabout, taking second exit. So what we will do, as soon traffic light goes green, we'll go on the roundabout, keeping our car left hand lane, and follow the white line until you're leaving your exit. I will explain you when we go. So no indication needed. So keep your car left hand lane here. Traffic light is still green. Keep more to the left. Signal left and come down here. So this is still 30 until unless you go on top of the hill. When you're coming top of the hill here, you can see 40-mile sign. Then you can start speeding up. So 40 miles beyond this point. We are on a Green Gate at the moment and going straight, which is 40 miles per hour. So you can see this traffic light. After this traffic light, road is going to be narrowing, so you need to see center and the right mirror again in case somebody is trying to overtake you. So you can touch your indicator here if you want, or otherwise if you are checking mirrors, that's enough. But if there's somebody coming behind, it is better to touch your indicator and off. About 500 yards from here, you can see there's a petrol pump on your left hand side. There's a garage, so we're going to go left after the garage. We are taking left now, so we're checking center and the left mirror. Signal again. You can see there's a cycle lane on your left hand side. Make sure there's no cyclist before you turning. If there's cyclist in front of you, better to hold behind. Let him cross the junction and then you. Okay, so this is the place where we are pulling up on the left again. So mirror signal left and pull up somewhere here. If you are practicing yourself in this area on this particular test route, my request is have a very good practice for parallel parking here, because most probably you may do parallel parking on this road. So moving off again, so check all 360 again and drive. If you don't know how to check mirror and when to check mirror, you can watch my tutorial videos. I have explained everything in that. They will be very much helpful for you. Now, this thing is little bit new. We are going onto the roundabout and taking U-turn, which is 3rd exit. It's very odd roundabout, but not difficult to do so. Obviously, we're taking U-turn. What we will do, we check center and the right mirror, signal right. Keep your car near to center white line here. Look right hand side, nobody coming. Better to keep your car nice and slow, like 15 miles, no issue. So keep taking U-turn, count exit 1, 2. As soon you come on second exit, check your center and the left mirror, indicator left, and come down on left hand lane. I hope you fully understood how to deal with this roundabout. If not, you can rewind the video and watch again. This is very ideal road if you are coming on this road, don't forget to practice pull up on the right, reverse 2 car and rejoin the road, or otherwise parallel parking. So it's most probably you are doing parallel parking, or otherwise you are pulling up on the right, reverse 2 cars and rejoin the road on this particular test route. At the end of the road, we are turning left again. We are going towards Broadgate again. At the moment, we are going to turn left onto Greengate. Quite big junction. I can clearly see nobody coming. So Greengate beyond this point is 30 miles, and we are turning right at the lights as we're going back to Broadgate, as we're going back to the test center. So about 15 cars, 10 cars before you arrive to signal here. And again stop just before this cycle box you can see on the road. There's no filter light in this junction, so oncoming traffic got the priority. You will go when you got the priority, so when you got the opportunity. So when traffic light goes green, we will stop in middle of the junction. You can watch one of my tutorial video in which I have explained how to turn right approaching junction to turn right. That will be very much helpful for you if you struggle on this kind of situation. And this is one of the, I think, 5th main reason to fail their test. So you need to watch this video and have a very good practice when you're turning right, especially when you're cutting path for oncoming traffic. So I can see after this car and before the white car I can go, so I'm going to turn right nicely. Back on a Grimshaw Lane. Going towards Broadgate as we're going back to the test center, which is exactly 1 mile from this point. So this test route was over 7.5 miles radius. We have done exactly 6.5 miles, now 1 mile to go. Go nice and steady in this tunnel, no rush. We are on a green gate again, so bear in mind this, Broadgate, my apology. We are on a Broadgate again, which is 30 miles per hour. Make sure you are not exceeding your speed. When we are going towards test center from this side, so bear in mind first right turn is no entry. So you will always turn after the big white board. Make sure you're not going into the test center from no entry side. Otherwise you will fail your test at the last second. So that's very much important. Always identify the junction before you are proceeding. You can see right hand side behind them trees, after that red light there's a big white board, that is the test center. So we're going to go right as we're going into the test center, and your test will be finished there. If there is any question regarding this test route, you can leave me feedback and I will answer your question. Or if there is any question you want me to answer, leave me feedback and I will answer your question. Thank you very much for watching. This test route can be very much possible after 9 o'clock, 10, 11, 12 or 1 o'clock. Thank you very much for watching.